saw in the Cambridge Times that Brian Musson's holding up a print like this. And I said to Betty, remember we talked about printmaking after looking at the Wellington County? I said, there's a chance to take a class. Why don't you do it? She said, no.
Because I had never taken art before, and I was a little nervous.
So I said, well, let's do it. If nothing else, maybe we can make up a couple of prints for our house. And so we signed up, and that's sort of how we started, and we've been doing it since. This one is the second print I ever did. It's acrylic on, dry point on acrylic. I was driving home from Toronto. I was getting late for class, so I was going by the cemetery up the road there, and it was snowed, and the trees, there was a couple of trees that were full of snow, so I had it in my mind, drove to the class, and I couldn't think of what to do, and I said, I'm going to do a tree like that, and that's how that happened. So nothing more to it. It's a pretty simple print.
This one I did, it's etched, and this is when I started to become a little more adventurous. So I like the way it gave me the deep, all those little deep holes in it.
It's got quite an embossed to it.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, embossed, yeah. I couldn't find what I did with the plate, but anyway, I was pretty happy with the way it turned out.
This was just a quick sketch with stop out over top of the plate and then etched. It's just a picture of my daughter in a rocking chair. Yeah, this is one of our, just a quick experiment to see, if you can just draw a quick picture on a plate and see how we do it. Yeah.
I don't do many of these, the liner, but I thought I would try it. When I went to Chile, I took a picture of my grandson, and so I thought it'd be kind of fun to experiment with it, and I was pretty happy with the way it turned out.
Yeah.
I like to do it really freehand.
Yeah.
We used to do a Friday night, Betty and I and Daryl get together. It kind of started, Betty went to Chile, and I couldn't go. And so Daryl and I got together on a Friday night, a couple of Fridays, usually 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we started doing what we called experimental Fridays. We said, let's print, but let's only try different things.
Wow.
So we did that, and Betty got back, and we all did. 3 of us did it for a few years, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't do it every Friday. It actually turned into Saturdays as people's commitments changed. But it was sort of Saturday night till midnight or so.
First one used it.
Drink beers, and that was great.
That sounds fun. That sounds great.
Yeah, and this came out of that. It was this is probably the third or fourth from the actual original print, and it's quite embossed. But it's fun. It's just really, it's almost kind of a mix between printmaking and fiber art. Because you get the emboss, and it was a string, just a ropey string that I placed on top of the ink, so the surface was totally inked.
Yeah.
And then I just folded this out from the spool and let it go.
Yeah.
And basically, it's called Relax and Unwind. And that's what I did. So I took a beer, and I was unwinding.
Yeah, and at the end of the night, we'd always, the three of us would work on one print, and they turned out pretty good.
So what we do is all the ink that was left, we had it on a glass thing.
Yeah.
We would scrape it up and we'd start making a print of it.
Yeah.
Each one would just pass it around.
Yeah.
And we always ended up with 1 or 3 big prints at the end of the night.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is, I was just fooling around on one of those nights that Bill was talking about. Bill brought home this, and I used to sew, me and I used to go shopping together and buy material, and she taught me, we'd make an outfit and things like that. So I thought, I'll try this and see how it turns out. It was kind of fun.
So what we did here, that's an old print that I did a long time ago. And decided to try and, I had a couple that weren't the way I liked them, but I kept them. And we thought, well, rather than put it out as a second or third in the varied edition, I thought, just take one and go into the studio and do some work. So basically, we painted blue around and painted the orange flower and used that. And then what we did was we pinched, so basically, this is the sheet we rolled it out, the ink on it. When I did that, this is the second print, but what I did, this was a rollout for another print that I did before.
Oh.
So I printed the rollout from that. And the ghost of that is this.
Yeah.
So you can see it, it's
Yeah.
really like this. So
Yeah,
we
that's
reworked,
awesome.
we reworked a couple of prints. That's the story now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill and I just fooled around with permanent marker and etch.
Oh,
These, so we use them every so often.
yeah.
This is background.
Oh, yeah, and then you could like drop an image on top of that.
Yeah,
So, I don't know if you use the 2 prints, or 2 plates.
2 plates. Yeah, so it's kind of fun just to do a little experiment.
That's another from the Friday, Experimental Friday, same idea as that. Just thought we'd do some color in the background, change up the lay of the line. It was a good experiment. We've got a lot of stuff out of this.
That's not the one I use, but I like the deep edge. I normally like even deeper grooves than that. But I like how I can get 2 different kinds of pictures
Out of the same
done in the same plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Runs up to-
And all those little pockets, see the whites that just come out? Yeah.
Yeah.
The etching was done at the studio.
This was this is something done in the studio over there. It was, I like to do these sort of. We don't ever use a reference really. We just go whatever's coming out of the skull here. And that just shows the.
Scary, isn't it?
This is something you do fast on. I did 3 that night or 4 like that, really quickly. I think Mary Meisner has one. And this is what we like to do. It's kind of our style, and that's why we use the cutout stuff.
I think nature's my inspiration now because we're always going out on hikes and I'm always taking pictures of bark and,
Right.
close up the ice. I love what you can see in ice and what's
Yeah.
underneath, right?
And we're working on a new thing, both of us. Right now we're working on it. It's she's doing sort of fiber stuff, fiber art stuff. And we're actually just using it for photographs. So we're taking it and manipulating it. We're taking photos of it, and just for that. And she's got some really cool stuff. And I'm doing the opposite. I'm taking metal, small pieces of metal, and I'm bending it, and then I'm using the light to actually fill the picture.
Wow.
And just photographing it. And then as you change the angle, that's why I knew we were doing that. As you change the angle, it sort of reveals itself in a lot of different ways. And so,
And Bill brought home a bunch of circles, so I just decided to fool around with them.
Good.
so this was
Metal.
when we were running. We run big coils of steel on the line. But to do that, they have to punch a hole in it. And when they do that, they make a couple of them, and they don't. So she took them and just started playing with them.
Yeah. I like to experiment with color a lot more than I did before, but that's one of the earlier.
It's a wrap.